Really quick before today's video begins, guys, I want to go ahead and clear up some air here. That way there's nothing on my conscience before this video starts or after the video even ends. Now, there's a guy in this video named Bunny Killer, XX Bunny Killer. He has two eyes in Killer and XX. Really cool dude. I highly recommend going and checking out his channel. His channel is the exact same as a PSN here. You guys will see that here in a moment in about another 9 or 10 seconds. Really cool dude. Once again, highly recommend checking him out. He's a really good streamer, and please do not hate or bash him whatsoever for this. This was not him. This was not his fault whatsoever, and I want to go ahead and make that very clear. I picked off some of the snippets from his streams. I want to go ahead and credit him right now. Some of these snippets you'll see the picture of him at the top right whenever he's talking. That's his snippets from his stream that I took. I'm using them in this video solely for commentary purposes, so go ahead and give that disclaimer. That way I don't get copy striked or anything like that, just in case something does go south. So I want to go ahead and move on to the next point here, and that's this midget in crime guy, the Lawbringer. He was fairly rude throughout this entire thing. The moment I got into a game with them, I loaded up their stream and I just kind of wanted to see their reaction. Well, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the reaction here in just a moment. And Bunny Killer seemed like he was pretty excited, which I was pretty ecstatic for. It's always nice to run into someone I'm a subscriber of and someone who's a subscriber of me. It's always kind of a cool experience to see someone, especially when they're playing a character like Gladiator. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a clip of what Midget in Crime had to say here.
Oh shit,
hey, look, it's Killjoy Roger.
Oh shit.
No, let's fucking gank his pussy ass.
So as you can tell, he obviously wanted to quote-unquote gank my pussy ass. So immediately I decided that this is where I'm going to have to kind of ride the turtle meta. Normally I kind of like to swing violently as Shigoki in 4s. It's just more of a fun playstyle. But this kind of told me that at any given point in time I could in fact get ganked, so it could present to be an issue later on down the line. So that's why you're going to see the way I'm playing here. I wanted to be very careful. I wanted to be very, not tactical. I don't think that's the word I want to use for this, but it's something I wanted to be very, very aware of. So I wanted to wait until I had all my teammates with me. I wanted to be able to sit there, wait for my revenge, to just be careful and very preemptive about all the situations I got involved in. Once again, Bunny Killer was very sportsmanlike about this entire fight, and I really do appreciate that. It was just the one Midget Killer guy who, Midget in Crime guy, who was just very rude about the entire situation. So going through this, as you can clearly see, I do a couple of feints here and there. I'm not really being very intuitive with Goki's moveset right now, but I'm doing the best that I possibly can with, the worst character in the game, officially now, who is the worst character in the game. The Lawbringer right here is the man I was talking about, and you'll see here in just a moment how he gets kind of upset that I was doing nothing but turtling. And he gets the kill right here. Of course, I missed the Demon's Embrace standing up, and I'll go ahead and show you guys a small clip here in just a moment.
I've never had a chance to shit on a YouTuber like this, so I'm gonna shit on him.
Normally in situations like this, I really wish there was a way I could take it out of context and maybe, manipulate his words into believing that maybe he was talking about someone else, just for my own sanity, because God only knows I hate making videos like this at this point in my career. But overall, it's just become somewhat repetitive to even make these kind of videos, especially on dickheads like this. Now, I use the word dickhead very tightly here, not loosely, because he is in fact a dickhead. But overall, the man was very antagonistic, and, I hate to say it, but wasn't a very good player overall. You'll see later on, whenever I do match him 1-to-1, he's a very aggressive, very impatient player, and there's really nothing I really cared about in the fight. I just kind of wanted to play, I wanted to get my rep up, wanted to shoot for rep 30 within the next week or so, and then, eventually climb that ladder to rep 60. I had debated for a little bit about even making this Assault King video on this guy because, just his actions and how poorly he decided to lose. But over time I pretty much realized that this is the way the entire community acts, except for a very slight few people, including me, myself, Bunny Killer, and, so a couple of other my friends, Chubbs, Bloodwolf, Liam. But of course, this game brings out the worst in everyone, so I can't really, blame the guy a whole hell of a lot. But I think the entire point of my situation and predicament was that he started this off before the match even began, so it wasn't just poor sportsmanship or me myself triggering him. It was just him being a toxic dickhead, and I hadn't done anything to the man. And that's why I decided to make this video and make him into one of the new Salt Kings. Now, here in a moment, you're going to see another clip of him calling me a pussy, I guess for landing the one shot because he decided to throw a Lawbringer zone, which got him out of stamina, which let me pretty much kill him instantly. I'll go ahead and show you guys that clip right now.
Killjoy guy's pussy.
Now, I don't really know how I'm a pussy because his autism kicked in and he decided to throw an out of stamina Lawbringer zone at me. Quite easily one of the easiest attacks in the entire game to parry and punish. But regardless of that, I'll go ahead and let that one go as well, and I'm just probably going to end up blaming it on his probably childhood aggression problems that he somewhat had. Now, once again, moving on to the next part of the situation is right here is what I've been afraid of pretty much the entire game, and this is why I turtled most of the game here. Now, of course, this is no big deal. This happens. It's not something I'm going to complain about or bitch about. I knew the gank was coming. I just tried my best to kind of goof around with it. Now, I was going to throw a charged heavy attack to try to hit the Gladiator on my left, but he dodged to my right. Smart move on his part. Good play. But of course, the Lawbringer parried my charged heavy attack. Once again, no big deal. I wasn't triggered, but apparently this man was.
I did 31 damage with the light.
Put that in your video. Fucking neckbeard having ass.
So far you can see how aggressive the man is being, and I've never even talked to him. And it's been pretty strange to deal with a situation like this so far. Never even dealt with this guy before, and he's already being extremely aggressive towards me. Already calling me a pussy ass. He's, called me a neckbeard having ass. And these things don't really bother me, but I guess it's a simple fact that you can see his actions here currently. Kill me once during a gank and he gets relatively triggered over it. But that's okay. Like I said, it's no big deal to me. But I guess it kind of boils down to the point that, once again, he's just being a toxic dickhead, and I feel the need to kind of put him on the internet for a little while. I think it's entertaining for me as well as others. Now, in situations like this, and predicaments where I'm put in, where I have to not really ride the high horse, but kind of have to sit here, think about his actions versus mine, I realize more and more that I'm in the right, and I hate to even say stuff like that. I don't want to feel like I'm writing some morally high-roading philosophy, and I feel like it's kind of sad to even try to do so. Now, as you can see here, obviously I decided to gank him. He went for his revenge, and I decided to go for mine. It's just, obviously, my Goki hits a lot harder than his Lawbringer, and I had a teammate there. Well, I decided to go ahead and get a few teabags back in because, like everyone who hates my channel says, I bait Salt. But I'm going to go ahead and debunk that theory now with this entire video, I suppose. But I'll show you guys a couple of clips after this game about how I don't bait Salt, and how people just naturally hate this game and hate this community, and apparently hate me, which is pretty neat. But moving in and looking at this entire video, I see this Lawbringer, this one man, who is just really mad, really has some pent-up anger, and I almost feel bad for the guy, and I think that's something important to even say. And as you can tell here, I totally goofed the Demon's Embrace, but, thank God for Rocksteady, right? Now, I do think he ends up killing me here. I'm not entirely sure. He might. I think I might turtle until I get revenge. Now, as I said previously, I'm pretty afraid of getting ganked by his team, so I'm not trying to not play aggressive at all. I'm trying to just keep my hyper armor up and not deal with him or his team. I mean, for God's sake, I'm scared as shit of gladiators. I think everyone knows that. But you can see it, just how he acts here, and as I said, it's sad. Like it's almost depressing, and people wonder why I'm so turned off of the For Honor community. Now, once again, I hate when people turtle against me when I'm playing Lawbringer or Goki. They're two characters that really depend on turtling and don't really depend on their offense very much. And yeah, it's kind of depressing. And you'll see here that once I got my revenge, he decided to run away from me, and he's not going to fight me. And I think that's pretty funny. But this is why I had my revenge already stockpiled and waited. And this is where my team decides to come in. Now, they do arrive a little bit late, but they do arrive, and that's the important part. Communication is key in situations like this, and I was able to hold them off until my team did arrive. and thankfully we managed to pretty much kill all of them before they got me up. The only one left was Bunny Killer, who in my opinion was their best player. No, by no means I'm calling any of the other ones bad players, but he was in fact their best in my eyes. He did really solid this game, and his Gladiator is 100% something to be afraid of. But I digress. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a couple of more clips from his video, his live stream, and I want you guys to make your own decisions.
Shit's annoying. Yeah, you better fucking leave. Get any clips in this lobby for your fucking bitch ass YouTube channel.
Just to go ahead and clarify this brawl is completely unrelated to the video. I'm just going to be talking over it because I just wanted something to post while I'm discussing why I decided to make this man the new Salt King and why I decided to give him the throne over the previous couple of people who have had it. I think the biggest issue on why I decided to give this man the throne is because he decided to just act like a dick. You know, before this game even started, he started in talking about me. Before any of this even happened, he decided to just attack me. And keep in mind, I had never heard of this man before, and the only reason I even saw him was because I decided to check out Bunny Killer's stream because I saw we were about to get into a nice game of Dominion with him. Normally in 4s, I'm a pretty laid-back, relaxed guy. I just like to camp on one point, play a little bit of Goki, and hang out, you know? That's pretty much what I try to do, just kind of like to be a nice little fat guy wielding a kanabo, just trying to hang out and chill. But regardless of that, I guess this entire video is almost depressing and a revelation for me to even make. The reason I haven't really posted much Salt videos lately is because I don't really find most of it to be worthwhile, and I just kind of want to steer away from them in general. I want to really grow the channel around other things revolving my personality, and instead of going with just plain Salt, I just kind of get bored with that sort of thing, and I really want to grow my channel off of other ways. I figure if I do that the plain, just old vanilla way, I'll be able to grow my channel nicely and continue on the way I'm going. Now, with the way my channel is growing, it has been booming as of late. It's not abnormal for me to get a couple hundred subs in a week, and I like to post other games too, such as Dead by Daylight, and hopefully I'll even be posting games like Earth Defense Force soon when it comes out. But obviously For Honor is going to be a beautiful part of my channel, and it will always stay as such, and I hope you guys really do join things like this. And if you guys do enjoy it, then, as always, like, comment, subscribe, do your thing, and it's definitely appreciated. Now, like I said previously, this guy is I don't condone attacking or, berating this guy. I never have, I never do, and if that's your thing, I, don't want you here. I post these people on the internet to kind of, as sort of an awareness style of thing, just to kind of get people aware of, what not to act like while playing For Honor, because it's pretty damn dumb. But there will be new channel merch coming around 5,000 subs. If that's something you guys are interested in, I'd like to see your guys comment. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. Have a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, peace.